Have you ever wondered why you are here? Today, I wanted to jump on, go live, connect with you guys. I don't really know what we're going to be talking about, but as you guys show up, we will tap into the collective energies and we will get our message for today from the one source creator, the Christ. Okay, this is Christ consciousness energy, truth, illumination from the cosmic core for our inner evolution. We are here for a reason. You are here for a reason, a very powerful purpose. And it's totally up to you whether you decide to take action, to go within and discover the truth, because it's all within you. The ascension to embody Christ is you releasing what is not you, tuning into the truth of what you really are, your truth, your source, your essence. When you jump on here, it's very important that you connect with us. You want to connect into the collective energy of our collective, right? Okay. So you can do that by liking this, by sharing this, and by commenting. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. And at any time during the stream, if you feel like sharing some inspiration, questioning, pop it in there, okay? We are here. We are this co-creation, like the co-collaboration. We're here to work together as one to unlock sacred truth and knowledge. Hey, Karen. How are you? So let's just see what comes. Okay, so we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook. If you are on Facebook, I highly recommend you head over to YouTube, subscribe, click that notifications button so when I do go live in the future, you don't miss out, okay? It's really exciting to be a part of this unfolding. Again, we are working together as one, and it's all of our minds connecting in these live streams. Whether you're watching the live or the replay, it's okay because this is non-linear. We have some water. So there's been a lot of information coming through lately, and I want to say black sheep or the lone wolves, those beings that have been going within and doing the inner work, you guys that have been seeking, questioning, decoding, this reality, seeking for that, the truth and the meaning of life, your purpose, why you're here. There's a lot of stuff out there right now that is absolute deception. There also is a lot of truth out there. And what this requires is you going within, doing the inner work to release the separation, to release the distortions, the deceptions, to actually tune into a truth. This is about you and your divine technology. You are divine at the end of the road. So what it requires is the release of separation to unify. That is how one becomes divine. And this is how one awakens their divine technology. I'm a vessel for this message. Oh, hey, Shane. It's good to see you. Oh, that's so funny. I only just jumped on. So you haven't missed much at all. What is it, like 4 minutes? So you have this divine technology. And when I say that, this body, this vessel. So the ascension of Christ, to embody Christ, is healing, to release the separation, the energetic blockages, the spiritual blindness, to see the light, okay? Now, this is a very, very long road. I'm not going to say it's easy, but there's a very specific way in which we need to operate through Christ. Now, someone the other day said that I say that, operate through Christ, as if people know what I'm talking about, or as if people know what I mean when they don't. Does that make sense? So operating through Christ. So we are in this physical realm. It's an anti-Christ system. So anti Christ, so anti-life. It's very inorganic in its structure, and it uses these bars, these beliefs, these I'm just saying the walls of separation. It uses us against each other. So our ego. So it's the realm that is governed by the lower self. And we are, and we have all these walls up that block us from one another, because the truth is we are all children of God. We are all these seeds, these God seeds. We are all connected. But through this lower realm, the separation, the blockages, the identities, the labels that we have, that we place on ourselves, we create separation between ourselves and our brothers and sisters, okay? So we are here to really break down those walls, dismantle that system, that antichrist system, and connect you to the source, the one, the Christ system. Now, the Antichrist and the Christ, we have the higher self and the lower self. So the Christ is the higher self, the one, the absolute self, God, source, creator, that realm of mind, the one eternal mind, the truth, this this organic structure of life, of mathematical proportions, of perfection, right? And then we have the Antichrist that runs opposite to that. So the anti, so it's this reversal system on the truth. So the reversal, the directional flow of energy for the Antichrist goes in a 6-like way, descending, descending, down, 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 right? And then when you look at the Christ and that directional flow of energy, it's a 9, okay? So this is where this 6 and 9 comes in, the physical and the spiritual, the physical being the 6, the spiritual being the 9. This Christ flow of energy returning back to the source is this 9. The 6, down, 666. Think of that. 666, the Antichrist, the devil, the physical realm of matter. Okay. We are born into this system and we just accept, we're programmed, we're conditioned, everyone else is doing it, so it must be true. You know what I mean? It's like this pack mentality or this sheep mentality. That's very interesting. Very interesting. So so I'm just seeing a flock of sheep, right, doing what they're told to do. And then obviously we had that black sheep come up right in the beginning. So the black sheep is that odd one out, right? So there's many beautiful beings who have come here with a purpose. You guys are divine in nature. The way that you're a leader, a heart-led leader. You lead from the heart, right? You give, give, give. You're there for everyone, and then, but you sort of, you don't give that to yourself, do you? But anyway, you're a black sheep. You've been constantly cast out. You've been judged. You've been criticized, laughed at, all that sort of stuff. And but you still give. All right, you are still this beautiful being who operates through that love frequency. And you know, you have your down days, and that is always going to happen because of the amount of energy that you are giving to everyone else. Okay, so for those black sheep, I like to call them the lone wolves, because we are here and we are I'm just saying lone. Okay, so we have been alone. Okay, I'm just saying lone, like loner, like lone. Hello, Angel Trotter. It's good to see you here at the live. Again, if you're jumping on, say hello, connect, let us know who you are, where you're from. The way that this works and the way that you have been programmed in this antichrist, anti-life, this matrix system is you put your attention on things, right? the things that you put your attention on in this anti-life system, in this antichrist system, what you put your attention on, you focus on, your energy is pulled out, right? And because you are not connected to this Christ network, to this open source system, you are constantly depleted. So it's very hard for you to get your energy reservoirs back. So I speak from the Christ. This is the open source system where you align your energy on this, you put your attention, your focus on this, you are going to receive. It is that simple. So the more that you give to this, the more that you will get back, because this is the all one frequency. This is balance. This is truth. And I'm seeing the scales of justice. Okay. So it's so important to like this, save this, share this, just align to this by commenting. The more attention, the more energy you give to this, the more you will reap the rewards. Okay. So this is, I'm this portal, right? Showing up to share this message, this frequency with you, so you can choose to align. So you can receive this frequency and allow the knowledge that comes through, the wisdom coming through this Sophia Christos frequency to balance you. Okay. This knowledge is light. Okay. So just imagine that my physical vessel wasn't here. And the spirit is just showing me the sun, right? So this is this big ball of sun, right? And you are showing up to the sun, right? And you are able to warm I'm getting warm your hands, like warm your hands, right? And I'm just getting received this warmth. That's really strange. And my hands are really, really cold. So I'm seeing the sun, I'm seeing water, so the eternal springs, like the nourishment from the divine for us. So we have access to the truth, to this frequency from the Christ. And when I say Christ, I'm speaking about the crystal spiral. I'm speaking of the KRYST, which is the directional flow of energy. So this comes from the heavens down, right? And when I say the heavens, this comes from this mental realm, the higher self, right? The higher self. So they're showing me the body, they're showing me the chakras, they're showing me hell and heaven. So they're showing me hell as the heel, the feet, the red. They're showing me heaven as the up here, the crown, the sun. So this is about a journey of ascension, moving from the heel, from the hell up, balancing and aligning all those energetic centers, expanding your field, purifying, cleansing, releasing, dissolving the darkness in your electromagnetic field, your Taurus field. Becoming more and more and more, growing interdimensionally, meaning growing multidimensionally. Spirit saying growing your wings, right? Because you are a divine being. That's why we need to share this knowledge. This knowledge needs to get out because there's so many beautiful beings who are trapped in this dark, it is hell. It's very symbolic. On this ascension journey, the first 7 levels of the ascension to the 7D, right, is in hell. It's digging yourself out of these dark, dense layers, these deceptions, these very galactic energies that bog us down. And obviously these galactic energies are a part of the soul trap. Okay, so in this solar system, it is a soul trap. Okay, so this journey that I've been on is very unique, and it's in the now that we get to, and I get to share this. I've been sharing this for the last 6 years, and myself and my masters, my initiates, have been doing this with me, learning this. We have the Inner Circle membership where you can join that and you can see the last year worth of ascension knowledge, wisdom coming through. So part of what I do is I show up in the now. and I just share where I'm at. Uh, I I'm an open vessel, and the knowledge comes through from the frequency that I'm in. So uh, I've had many, many years of this, lots of stuff, lots of videos made that are they're gone now. But this is the time that matters, because way back when I was going through a lot of darkness, there was a lot of interdimensional levels and layers that I was having to go through, and it was very, very difficult. And on top of that, having all my individual lessons, my spiritual lessons, having to unlock those. And you guys know what it's like, okay? You guys have born onto this planet, and you have all these hard knocks, these hard lessons. But right now, in this moment, the source is saying that we need to really release the attachment to the pain of our journey that we've been through so far, okay? We need to really band together, and that's why I'm creating these portals. I'm not super consistent right now because I'm just going with whatever spirit guides. I'm still going through these very difficult lessons, and this is all a balancing act that we each have to do. And I'm not alone. I've had to learn time after time after time. I've unlocked and been very open and aware to the patterns. So that's one thing that you guys can really do, is month to month, as you are walking this path, as you are joining us, because the most important thing is you showing up to this, okay? Because this is a portal of information, of knowledge, wisdom that comes through from the one for the one. You are the one, okay? I loved that the other day. I was updating my description or my bio, whatever, and Source is like, this is from the one for the one, because the chosen ones are the ones that show up. The chosen ones are the ones that go within, that follow their path, regardless of the obstacles and the what do you call it? Like diversity? I'm just seeing diversity, like I'm seeing diversity, but it's like we're constantly diverted and distracted. That's what our lower self does, right? But we always come back to center, don't we? So on this ascension path, every 28 days, we go on this journey. And the more that you go within and heal, the more you will see this for yourself. So that's why I have the inner circle membership. That's why I have the group mentoring system, the group mentoring membership. That's why I'm going to be creating stuff to really guide you guys and share with you a different way. This is the way of Christ. So this is how we each need to operate, so we can navigate to fine tune our divine vessel, unlock our divine technology, because you are freaking divine. But what you must do is free yourself from the shackles. And then Spirit saying, free yourself from the shackles of the past, okay? So I'm getting the pain, okay? Because we have really been bombarded by the darkness as we have been walking this path. Hey, Sarah. Oh, beautiful. Hi, Raquel. And Jack, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. And Tanya, hello. So, okay, so we have some water. Now, I'm creating something quite special over on the Circle platform. So that's something that I'm going to share the link, right? So you can go and join our free community on Circle. So you can stay tuned for when this is released, because a lot of people say, well, how do I start? You start by going within and creating this relationship with your body. Talk to your body, ask it questions, ask it what it wants, what it doesn't want. Okay, this is the very first step. So I'm creating something great, and soon you guys will be able to see that. So my journey and your journey, it's so unique. Okay, so we've had a lifetime of things that have happened that we can't quite explain. Oh, my nose is so itchy right now. So let me know if you resonate with that. Like if you've, hey Don, yeah, if you've experienced that. Now this eye has been really twitchy lately. It's really annoying. But I have been quite tired. And I said, when we're called to rest, it's so important that we do rest. Today, I just wasn't quite sure. I knew I was due to get on here. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get on. And so is that an ascension symptom? There's so many ascension symptoms. All of our symptoms are ascension symptoms, essentially. You know, because these blockages within our body cause a lot of symptoms. So it's one of those things that when we empower ourselves and we begin to go within and heal, we start to address the symptoms at the root cause. So the way that I started was I started with Reiki, right? And it was really interesting. This was many years ago, back in 2014. Because prior to that, I had an awakening experience that shook my whole life up. And a lot of things happened after that. And when I started letting spirit back in, it would really come in, right? And then it would scare me. So I would close myself back off. In 2014, I decided to, or I was guided to try energy healing. And this is it. We're guided to do certain things. We don't know why they do it, why we're guided, or why we get that feeling, why we get that thought. But this all comes from our higher self, from the divine. Okay. When we look back in hindsight, we see all these golden illuminated steps that we have taken to get us where we are in this now moment. And sometimes in that now moment, a lot of the times in that now moment, we do not know why we are guided to do certain things, but we do it. And with healing, I want to skip ahead a bit. With healing, we can free ourselves of the energies that are leading us astray to tune deeper into the truth so we can walk into the light. Hang on. All right. So we're getting into spiritual discernment here. So we're going to touch back on that. Okay. So we're going to talk back. Okay. We're going to go back about this spiritual discernment. I need some water. I'm losing it. So I was in a very toxic relationship and stuff like that. And I had my two beautiful kids. And anyway, I started Reiki and started working with that occasionally, like a lot at first and then occasionally. And then when I'd remember, I'd activate my hands and put them on and I'd do my kids and stuff like that. It was amazing. It was really amazing for the kids, especially. Like they would go straight off to sleep and they would have these really interesting things to share afterwards, which I thought was great. I also would tune into certain energies and past just certain things, spiritual things, when I had my hands on someone. And then something happened and I became stronger inside. I don't know what happened, but instead of just putting up with stuff like I had for years and years, just putting up, just, yep, keeping the peace, just, yep, you know. Something switched where it was like, I can't do this anymore. I need to focus on my kids and not constant stress. So that toxic relationship ended. We still talk now, but it was like, it was just a toxic relationship, right? And then I met this girl, and she did essential oils, she did doTERRA, and at that time I was suffering a lot of physical ailments, and she said plant medicine can help. You do Reiki, you'll probably like this. My mum does Reiki, and we had all these things in common, and it was really synchronistic and really funny how we connected and everything like that. And so I started using these doTERRA plant medicine oils. But then I was incorporating certain things that I was doing previous to that. And I was connecting with these oils, and I was asking, what my body needed, I was asking my body, okay, what oil do I need? How do I need to use it? I was using them with my kids, and we ended up being off all of the meds and saving money and feeling healthy. Everything changed using these frequencies. And that's okay. So we're saying frequencies. So that's what we're getting into now, these frequencies. So I was able to release the blockages of these anti-life, these pharmaceutical drugs. I was on Panadine Extra. I was on Nurofen Plus. I was on Soflax. I was on like allergy medications, fexofenadine. I was on Mylanta. What else was I on? Yeah, those sort of things. Like I was in pain, so I was taking pain meds, and then I was taking meds for my allergies, meds for sinuses, like Sudafed. I was just taking all these pills constantly. Every fortnight I was going and buying drugs for myself. And then my daughter, she was always sick. My son was always sick. So Panadol, Nurofen. My daughter was always on Ventolin, and I was having to get her in a leg lock hold to try and get the medication into her, because every winter she would get sick. Anyway, all that disappeared when I was using these doTERRA essential oils. So that just shifted everything for me. I discovered Gaia, started watching, Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, learnt the emotion code, and really things started to shift in a powerful way, because I am one of those people who always, like, I need to know. Like Reiki, I did it, I felt the energy, felt the shifts and all that sort of stuff, but it was like, well, how does it work? Exactly, right? I just can't take things, like, I just can't, what's the word? I need to know for myself. I need to see it for myself. I need to experience it for myself. And when I was doing Reiki, I had all these questions about how does this energy work? Where does this energy come from? And like, there was something that just kept me seeking, right? So Reiki, plant medicine, became certified in emotion code because I started doing that, and it was shifting things. And I was really, the more I healed, the more I worked, the more I released, the more accuracy I got, the more I was able to release. This is like an exercise for the spirit body, right? So the more that we focus our energy and take action in relation to a certain thing. So what Spirit's saying right now, when I say Spirit, I'm speaking of the Holy Spirit, I'm speaking of the Holy Mother, the Holy Father, the Holy Child, the One, okay? Source, okay? So this is free from deception, and this is what we do on this path of ascension as we are activating, as we are awakening our divine technology, our divine selves. We are fine-tuning, we are healing, we are releasing, so those frequencies no longer can interfere with the messages and with the questions that we are asking, if you know what I mean. Let me know if I need to go over that again. See, it's a tough question, because what do you do if the environment you live in has darkness? The external realm is a mirror to us. Okay, so when it's very difficult, because there's a lot of beautiful beings who are in some very dark places, who have some very dark energies around them. But this is spirit illuminating to you what needs to be healed within. And when that shift happens within, the external reality will shift. The frequency, the external illusion will change. So depending on what you are, the darkness that you're talking about, like if it's an actual, very dark community, or if it's the family life, if it's dark, when we use the external reality to decode what needs to be healed within. So the external reality plays a huge factor in our healing. A huge, right? So on this, to operate through Christ, to heal through the one, requires us being open and aware. We open our awareness to the what our body is telling us and what our external environment is telling us. We use our thoughts, feelings, our emotions to navigate this as well, right? So it's I need some water. I just hit a wall. So and as a chosen one, and when I say chosen one, you're here, you're choosing to be here to tune into the one. A chosen one is a one, like it's not, there's a lot of deception out there, and there's a lot of people who are chosen ones that are just sticking to a program, a belief program, a separation program. And that will always be the case, because there's always going to be deceptions out there. Okay, so I'm saying the word deception. And now I'm getting like interception. So interception, like encroaching on our field. Like, is that the right word? But anyway, so, or intercept. Okay, so, and now I'm getting boundaries. So the one is here to share the knowledge and the wisdom, so we know the truth of how this reality works, and how, if we know the truth, if we have knowledge about our divine technology and how to operate, to create those boundaries, so those things can no longer intercept. So I'm sort of getting intercept, but it's like I've got a mental block. So personally, I've walked this path of ascension to embody Christ. So it's taken a long time, and there's been so much deception that I have been up against. But I use my healing record, myself, my members, my initiates, they are tapped into this frequency. They are using this frequency to heal. So there's a difference between those in the inner circle and the master initiates. So the master initiates, they have this blueprint, this divine blueprint, where they're able to release all these different types of energies, so they can be free. They're free from those frequencies, so they can access a deeper truth. And whereas we're still figuring this out about the inner circle. So the inner circle is a membership, costs $33 a month at the moment, where you invest your money, right? And you get back energy. You are able to then use your healing record, meaning every month you write down these things, these blockages that are coming up, the patterns that you see in your environment, the negative things, the positive things, the things that you want to manifest. You put them on your healing record and they are cleared. So they're clearing on autopilot. And you begin to open, to unlock these spiritual lessons, and you get to activate. It's like activating and awakening your spiritual vision. So those in the inner circle are using the frequency to heal. They're operating through Christ. They're using the new way of healing to be able to heal, to release, so they can activate and awaken their spiritual vision. The master initiates receive the blueprint. They are actually growing multidimensionally, and they are aligning to the one. So it's a thing of power, right? So when I see the divine blueprint, the spirit showing me a battery, right? And but it's like stairs. So I get to share and transfer this information onto one. So the inner circle is my inner circle. They get to use this frequency to heal, right? The master initiates is an attunement where one receives this information written. I'm just saying written because it's all within you guys, right? You are everything. You are the all, right? But what it requires is the ability to free yourself from the separation. And on this journey, you will learn more, right? If you show up. And the more that you invest, the more that you will receive. So in the inner circle, every month we have these live streams, and it's really, really quite powerful, mystical information that comes through from the core of creation, from the one, sort of creational mechanics, energy upgrades, updates, all that sort of stuff. And it's funny because I've walked this path and I have had so many down moments, right? Every month it's spirit teaching me. It's like this, like in a boxing ring, and just getting belted, right? Month after month after month. But as this happens, we gain this strength and this resilience and this power, the more that we commit to this journey. And it's quite amazing. So this isn't available yet, but in time, this attunement will be available, where it's this absolute gift where it's like a map, a mind map. So I get to transfer this knowledge onto others. And I'm just seeing this system, like this divine technology, like this computer, like you are this computer, right? You are this device of God, right? And those beings that are meant for this will align to this. And when they are ready, they will invest in this. They will invest in themselves to be able to uncover the wisdom that's been written within. And we do that by healing, by releasing, by growing multidimensionally. We do this organically. This is like a plant growing. This is the tree of life, where you are these God seeds right now. You've found this, and now you get this opportunity to learn and grow and evolve with us. So the very first step is showing up here to the free content, giving, as in liking this, saving this, sharing this, commenting, being a part of our collective growth, our expansion here. for those that are ready to heal with the frequency and operate through Christ, heal the new way, to release the separation, to begin this evolution, to access these mystical sacred secrets from the one, you'll join the inner circle. So the link's there. And the next step after that is to receive this blueprint, so you can uncover the wisdom written within, so you can heal your vessel to I'm getting to like hang on, I'm seeing encryption. Hang on. So this attunement is like this sacred encryption. It's like and for some reason now I'm getting encryption code. So this is so what I'm seeing is your nervous system. I'm seeing your chakras, and the DNA. So really unlocking these dormant programs within through healing, through releasing the frequencies that are able to be released through the inner circle and through this attunement. And the thing is, I never know what's happening, and I have to just be in the now moment. And I still do try and push things with spirit. I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? But I received the knowledge. The more we push, guys, the more we push, the more we repel, right? So it's really about just showing up, releasing this. It's like this surrendering process. It's just like, okay, I'll just show up, I'll be open and see what happens. I'm not going to hold on to this idea of what I think will happen or should happen, or is it going to happen like this? Is it going to happen with that? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Now, I'm always like, this is the way we are, isn't it? Really. And this is the lower self. This is the ego. And it's so hard just letting go. It's so hard just surrendering and trusting, and we constantly doubt ourselves, and we constantly think, oh, well, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. I should be, this coach says this person on TikTok says that. I need to hustle, hustle, hustle. I need to be consistent. Bang, 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 right? But this isn't how spirit works at all, okay? So going back to this question, how can you decipher what messages are from divine source and which messages are not? So this is all about being in the now moment. And what Spirit said the other day was follow your joy, follow your passion. And we are always, and you are always going to, there's always going to be interference. There's always going to be this devil energy, this lower self ego energy that interferes with your connection with the source. So that's why we be in the now moment. We use our healing record. We heal with this frequency of Christ, so we can release those frequencies that are getting in the way and blocking that connection with source, okay? I love that. You decipher pattern recognition for communication from Spirit daily. When we put expectations on ourselves, we slow down the process. I'm the worst for that. Let's just get rid of that spammy comment. So we don't need other people. So this come up. I'm just going to show you. So this came up, right? Now, we're here to empower you. The Christ is here to empower you. So we get a lot of these spammy things on Facebook. We get a lot of people impersonating the God source and saying, reach out for a message, or I have a message for you. Don't fall for those things, okay? Now, Christ wants you to go within, empower yourself, okay? Because you are a heart-led leader. And the only way to be a heart-led leader is to go within and heal, so you can be this. I'm just getting source. I'm just seeing like, it's like a light coming from the chest. Oh, okay. So I don't know what I just said this just then, but empower to find your own light, sort of thing. But it's like, and to shine, okay? Because you are this beacon of light. So anything that tells you, or to, the problem with most people out there is they think that someone else will save them or can help them. Now, with Reiki, with the doTERRA plant medicine, I want to talk about the doTERRA plant medicine, right? I started using that, got off all the meds, got my kids off the meds, and I unlocked the next part of my healing journey because I was able to detoxify. I was able to release the chemicals. I was able to stop taking those drugs that were blocking my body's natural healing capabilities. These things were blocking my healings, my body's natural ability to heal, and making me sicker. So when I went within, I began to talk to my body, ask my body what it wanted, what it needed. My body spoke back to me. I did what my body said, and I healed the physical issues. I healed many physical issues, not just for me, but for my kids. Okay. My mum, she was doing the same. Other people that I introduced to those plant medicines, they did the same. But it was the beings, right? Anyone can have plant medicine, anyone can have doTERRA, but it's like, would they go within? Would they heal with? Like, would they actually use them? So many people would just get them and not use them, and they'd still go externally to them for someone else to help them with this issue, that issue. They'd go to the doctors, they take antibiotics, and it's like, dude, you have these oils. Like, why aren't you empowering yourself? Why are you constantly disempowering yourself? Showing the universe that you do not have power by constantly outsourcing, putting your trust in people externally to you. Like, you are the freaking one. You are creator. You have this ability to go within and begin to form this relationship with your body, to be able to allow it to heal itself in a more effective manner, right? Why do all these symptoms come up in the first place? Because we are blocked. These symptoms are malfunctioning cells, right? Our bodies can't function anymore because of all the shit that we put in them. So the number one most important step when we want to begin this healing is just be really mindful about what you're putting into your body, and or saying, what can this symptom tell me? So in the inner circle, we use our symptoms as these golden illuminations to show us where we need to do the inner work, okay? Eric, I don't like it when posts put on pressure. Example, if you skip this, you'll lose everything. I know how, yeah, it's funny. And there's a lot of things out there that, I don't know, I would call that clickbait, because it's like, or I would call that fear mongering, really fear mongering, isn't it? Because it's like people are, oh, better not. Like, I don't know. It's like the fear just turns people. Yeah, it's funny. Well, Sarah, I highly recommend come to the circle, become a member of the free community, and I'm going to be releasing something very, very soon that's going to allow you to, well, number one, know about more about these oils, but how to connect in with your body and start talking to your body, right? I used this even before the oils. What I was actually doing, like, this is really, when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, Nadine, what the shit that you're putting into your body, right? So when I did my Reiki, I learned about the sway test. So I learned how to get answers from my body. And so I'd go to the health food shop and I'd stand in the thing, and there was all these different things. Or I'd go on Facebook, and the latest thing is like, oh, take turmeric and these capsules, or take coconut oil capsules, take this capsule, that capsule. So what I was doing, as well as taking all those toxic pills and stuff, right? I was actually taking all these supplements as well. And so I used this sway test. I went into the health food shop and I began to use that to say, hey, like, what does my body want? What doesn't it want? And, or I would stand there with all my supplements there and I'd say, okay, what does my body need now? And my body would let me know what I needed, right? And it just surprised me that my body didn't want a whole lot of those things. So um, it just gives your body this ability to be able to communicate with you. So it's like your conscious mind. It's like I don't know why I'm saying the word subconscious. Okay, so connecting with our body, creating that relationship with our body, talking to our body, questioning our body, getting the answers from our body is that very first step in this physical realm that we need to be able to do. We need to really give our body the best chance to heal itself. And it's like when we are on this self-healing, self-help type journey thing, and all these different things are popping up. Oh, try this blue lotus tea. Oh, yerba mate. Like matcha. This, that, the other, and this supplement, that supplement, and there's all these different supplements. It's like there's overwhelm, right? And we don't want to be taking even if you're taking a whole heap of healthy stuff, that your body may be just pissing it out and you're just pissing your money away, right? So we want to know what our body wants to work with. And very, very soon, that's what I'm saying, very soon, come and join our circle community, and you guys will join the free community and you guys will get access to the free thing that I've created, okay? So yeah, so the link's in the bio, or you can find it at nadinehamilton.com/links. Or I'll come and comment on this after, and I'll send you the link. Um, so so Circle is this platform. So it's off Facebook, off YouTube, all that sort of stuff. So it's a community that the One has guided me to create. It's like a portal for the One. And it's really this beginning stages of this collective, this soul family, where it's like Facebook, right? The free community, it's got a feed and everything. You can create a bio just like Facebook. And we can all get to know one another. We can connect. And the One is really urging those people that if you do have stuff to share, make a post, right? It's all about connection, this new way. All right, Willie, I definitely will. So the information coming through right now from source is that we need to unify, we need to connect. Okay, we need to create these golden illuminated threads. And what source says all the time, and what source always shows me, and if you check out the other videos that we've live streams that we've had lately, is like, you are a neuron and we are here to create these neural pathways, right? And it's really beautiful the way that source shows me this, because you are the one, you are this star, right? You are this source of power. You are this power source. Now, in this external realm, in this anti-life system, in this antichrist system, in this old world program that's reversal, like 666 system, right? Our power source we've been taught how to operate the wrong way. So our life force energy is constantly drained and we're on empty constantly. Like, this is why we feel so lost, so alone, so separate, so segregated, why we're just so depleted, because you guys are these divine infinite beings and you have not been taught how to activate, how to awaken your divine technology, how to tap into this power, this unlimited source of power. You know, we are so lucky, and it's been a very long, lonely path, but now I get to connect with you guys and just be an open portal, a message for this knowledge that has to come through. Oh, that's interesting. So when I see that, I see the infinite sign or the number 8, and then I see the 9, which is Christ, right? This crystal spiral, this so when I don't even know if I can say this. So the blueprint that I talk about, number 8, relates to the infinite, right? Number 8 relates to this create, right? And then 9 is like this port. 9 is a port. And the symbol for the number 9 is the Sri Yantra. And the way that Spirit Source explained it, when I was unlocking this blueprint, was like, I don't know if you guys know what let's just say a male and a female, the connections that have like a pin or pins, like the old fashioned PlayStation remotes or Nintendo 64, where you'd plug them in, but you had to align them correctly to this, like, for it to go in. Anyway, that's what the number 9 was. It was like this, and I don't know what the Sri Yantra exactly is, but that was the symbol given. No worries, Sarah. It's lovely to meet you. So now 8 and 9 on the blueprint, on the Ascension blueprint. Now there's 12 steps to this blueprint, okay? So in time, and the masters know what this blueprint looks like, and some of the information in relation to this 12 tree grid. And they were actually with me on this journey as I was unlocking it. So it was very interesting, because I don't know everything. I just have to show up and be an open vessel. And it's so beautiful, right? Because I don't do this alone. I do this with my collective. So right now I'm doing this with you guys, because we are all showing up with open hearts, open minds, and it's like the force, our life force together, because we are showing up now as one, whether you're watching the live or you're watching the replay, right? So it's like putting our minds together. This is how we are going to evolve. Because at the end of the road, the one, the source, creator, is this one eternal mind. It's pure thought. It's creation, okay? So it's like this mental realm, right? And what we have created and what we continue to create, it's thought. It's using our imagination. These images, these visions that we, and when you think about the things that go through our heads and the doubt that we, and the way we talk ourselves to ourselves, the way we criticize ourselves, the way it's like, oh, oh, probably won't, oh, that never happens for me. Like it's like this, the way that we think, we're constantly creating based on these negative patterns, these negative thoughts, these negative vision images that go through our mind. You know what I mean? It's like the, we are so powerful, but we operate, it's like counterproductive. We are fixed into this linear realm going clockwise, right? Going clockwise. But now we need to tap into the unknown. Now we need to go back home. And we do this by going anti-clockwise, rewinding back to the source of what we were, our origin. This is all about energy and flow of energy. This is all about Christ and antichrist. This is all about this clockwise and anti-clockwise, right? It's like, okay, so the clock. So we have these clocks. We look at the clock. We constantly keep our minds focused, our attentions focused on linear time, on time. Oh my God, I'm going to be late. Oh my God, what time is it? I have to get the kids. Oh, time. We're constantly locking ourselves into this physical realm, this material realm, this linear realm where it's like we are on this treadmill, right? But what we have to do is we need to understand that everything in this physical realm, it's a reversal on the truth. It's a reversal of spirit, creating us to be more matter, more dark, more dense, more separate from one another. Okay? This mental realm, this creation realm, this matrix, this labyrinth of mind, right, is created and it stays fixed in because we are all operating the Antichrist way. Absolutely fixated. Thank you, Shane. Fixated on the system that traps us on a timeline through beliefs and fear. Hell yeah. Love that. Exactly. So we need to understand that to break this curse, we need to go within. I'm just getting a be still, okay? Because I'm like, and spirit, and it's just like stillness. Okay. We need to navigate through our heart centers, okay? So I'm seeing like a compass of the heart, like a heart compass. Okay, so everything in the spiritual realm reflects here in the physical. And because of where our minds are, because of the beliefs, the programs, the way that we've been conditioned, all that sort of stuff, all those new agendas. this is the collective consciousness, right? We all play this part in creating what we see outside ourselves. Let this be a contagion of light. That's what Spirit's saying. Let this be a contagion of light, where you show up for the live streams, where you like, subscribe, and show up for the content that I share daily when I can. And connect your energy to that, to be able to, again, Spirit saying, reap the rewards, because the rewards is the knowledge, right? And you are this unique expression of the one source. You are the observer. You are the one. We need to go within to be stronger, right? So what I'm seeing is the external realm shakes us, right? And we have these experiences that really keep us in doubt. And we have these amazing, I know personally, I've had amazing experiences. I always have amazing experiences, but why do I attach to the ones that just, and why do I just fixate on these programs? But it's this dance, this eternal dance, right? Between the lower self and the higher self, the macro and the micro, right? It's like this dance between, it's like this battle between the Christ and the Antichrist, right? That's what this time is all about. It's like the Christ returning, but who is the Antichrist? You know, like we have people out there saying, oh, so-and-so is the Antichrist. This person's the Antichrist. No, you're everything, right? You're the Christ and you're the Antichrist. You're the lower self and you're the higher self. You are the one. Your mission here is to balance, to align, to be sitting on that axis point, this axis point between the higher and lower, and be balanced like this tightrope walker that's walking this line, this beam, this light beam. You walking the line, balanced, navigating through this heart, shutting off all that noise, that distraction, shutting off the external, but using the external for your advantage, for your healing, right? It's about like releasing the attachments. You know, this is easy for me to say, but it's not easy to do, you know? Like, I'm saying this because I'm a portal for this knowledge, but to actually do it is so freaking hard, right? And month after month, I have these battles with my lower self, and it's like things get low, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then after that, it's like, oh my God, that's the greatest lesson I've ever had. Oh my God. You know, so it's like, yeah, the key is to learn to stay out of your head. Yes, absolutely, Shane. That's something I need to do, but I haven't been guided to do it. And like spirits, like you needed to find your way, your way. Um, and this is what every single person here needs to do. Do what you're guided to do. You know, we've heard of all the amazing, how beneficial meditation can be. Like, I love Joe Dispenza. He was one of those ones that, you know, I've never resonated with meditating. But when, and do you know why? Because it's like, well, how does it work? I don't understand how it works, and I need to understand how it works. And I don't think just lying there or saying or whatever, like, what the hell, right? It wasn't until I discovered Joe Dispenza, and if you haven't heard of him and you're curious about meditation, go and check out his work. He's freaking amazing. And he speaks about the body, the energetic system, the nervous system, all that sort of stuff. And that's just the beginning, right? But he's amazing. And there's a couple of different kind of people in this world. There's the people that just get told to do something and they do it without questioning it. And then there's the other people who do something, or they're told to do something, and they'll they'll do it, but they want to know, how do I put this? We'll give it a go, but if it's not for us, it's not for us, right? And I guess this is this spark within you, right? You are here for these really epic things, right? You're not a program person, and many of you creative minds, and I call you creative minds because you use this, you go within, right? And you question things. You like to understand things, you may be a bit of an introvert. You, as a child, you may have just loved to lay on the grass and look at the clouds or the stars and question, like, wow, like, this is just like, who am I? Why am I here? Like, look at all these stars, and like, I'm just, it's just like, it's just this, it's like this expanse of life, right? You are in tune with life, and you want to understand life. You're on this quest. You question things. You don't fall into line. You operate from the heart, and if it feels good for you, you're not a conformist, right? You don't just do what you're told to do. And for many of us at school, being programmed with maths and English and these programs, you didn't do too well in certain subjects, because you are a creator, right? You are a creator, and you operate through the heart. Now, a lot of these systems and these school systems, this matrix system, it's all about programming people. It's about, and it's funny because the program people are often the people that get on their high horse and they're like, I'm so smart, I'm so intellectual, you didn't even go to uni, or like, I studied this and that and the other, and I can recite the Bible, and and they scoff at so it's like, it's very funny. Like, it's like the systems have programmed people. The ego within these people are so inflated. And these people who have these huge inflated egos, we have grown up to feel inferior because, we didn't get A plus in every test. Didn't even get a B plus. Like, I was terrible at school. But it's like, well, why can't I just be normal? Why can't I just be like that? Why can't I just, we've always compared ourselves, and we've always felt less than, and we've also, it's like, but at the same time, like Don says, we're this glitch in the matrix. We're here to shake shit up. Shake shit up. We're here to dismantle those old systems, and we're here to evolve. And the program people, the beings who are on the hamster wheel, who are purely operating through ego, that external realm, they all play their part, yes, because they're a part of this game, a part of this simulation, and they were there to help you grow. They were there to strengthen you. They were there to, it depends how you use them, okay? They are very important parts to this system, those external characters. It's like everything has a purpose. Everything has a reason. Everything in our external realm, all those characters that we have come up against, that we've experienced, those people that have tormented us, that have bullied us, that have put us down, that have laughed at us, cast us aside, all those sort of things, right? They were there to prepare us, and they were there to show us that there's a huge amount of work that needs to be done. There's so many different angles in which to view this, but at the end of the day, you are the one, you are the observer, and you are going to have all these situations in your external realm happen to you. We need to be able to understand that these are all spiritual messengers, okay? And these are patterns, and these are cycles that we need to break within ourselves, because you are the all, you are the one, you are the creator, you create this simulation. Spirit, this is all spirit, okay? It's like this, I'm just seeing this, it's like this net that creates everything, like this network of information. Like I'm just seeing this net, like I'm seeing bodies made up with this net. I'm seeing the trees a part of this net, the grass, this golden net. It's like this simulation where you're the creator of all of this, and you have the power to shift and change all this. And the more that connect, that join us, the more powerful we will be, the more we will be able to shift and shape this external reality. But that seems somewhat a very long way away. We need to first understand how to go within and heal ourselves, and how to use that external realm, use the messengers in our external realm and our physical body, right? Use the internal and external input, use that to heal, so we can free ourselves from the frequencies that are actually creating and manifesting that into our reality, right? So that's what we do in the inner circle. Get the online course that teaches that. I'm going to be creating more in that online course. I want to create a whole new online course, because the knowledge, the information, the truth that's come through recently, it's so freaking powerful. That's it. And you guys are going to be led by spirit to all these different ways, all these different practices, all these different techniques. And that's the way it works, okay? This isn't about one size fits all, okay? Spirit and you have this path laid out for you to embody your spiritual self. So spirit is going to lead you in the way that you need to be led for your unique path, for you to free yourself from the separation, so you can embody spirit, more spirit, more spirits. Fill yourself with this spirit until you're the Holy Spirit, right? That's what it's all about. It's about activating and awakening your spiritual vision. So stay tuned for the attunement where you can begin to do this, okay? But until then, you guys get the knowledge, right? And this is it. Like, there's so many things that it's like, oh, I could do this, or I could do that, I could release this, I could release that, and spirit's like, no. So I'm like, okay, because look, been 6 years of this. I've operated like that. Spirits said no, but I've just been like, oh no, I'll just do it anyway. And then what happens? I either have to like just get rid of it, because it just goes in a whole different direction, or it just uses all my energy and then it's outdated in a month or so anyway, right? So this is evolution energy. And this is where we go within, stand in the light. And when I say in the light, we're balanced between the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine, the lower self, the higher self. We balance. It's that third aspect, right? It's that trinity, because you are the child. Maintaining this constant alignment. Now, every time I go live, jump on, and if you can't watch the live, watch the replay. Again, highly recommend, head over to YouTube. There's heaps of content there where you can catch up on the live streams. Facebook, they keep deleting the live streams. So, if you're on Facebook, you're not going to see any live stream replays there because, I don't know, Facebook do this new thing where they're deleting all the lives. So head over to YouTube. We're going to build that channel up. That's going to be our portal where you guys can use that along with this sway test that I'm going to teach you. But you've got to come to Circle to do that, right? And say, look, connecting in, higher self, what video do I need to watch today? Go to my library of videos and let Spirit direct you. Watch that, and there'll be certain light codes, illuminations within that you require for your journey, okay? And again, you can always receive more by sharing, by liking, by commenting, by really aligning your energy to this, okay? That's how this works. But I'm so freaking excited. I'm so close to releasing this thing on Circle. That's free. And I can't wait for you guys to try it. And I can't wait to see what you all have to say about it. A lot of you guys already know the sway test. And I've made certain videos in relation to that. So you can go to my channel and check that out. Because it's powerful, guys. Now, with healing, your discernment is going to be a lot more powerful, because the problem is, because you're fixed into this antichrist system, there's a lot of deception, there's a lot of interference, there's a lot of low frequencies within your field, negative emotions, negative beliefs, all those limiting beliefs, all those galactic, reptilian, and anarchy type energies, those archonic energies where our thoughts aren't really our own most of the time, right? They're devil energy, deception energy to keep you off track, right? So that's why I highly recommend come and join the inner circle and begin healing, okay? So you can free those frequencies from your field so you can tune deeper into truth, okay? Because these destructive energies will sway you, okay? This is why it's very important to really just, before you're doing things like that, really set that intention, okay, to that high frequency, connecting to God, source, creator for the most accuracy and whatnot. Little healing prayer before you begin. But the beauty about being in the inner circle, by being in that inner circle, you have that protection prayer. It's I cannot explain it, but it's a program. It's a portal where it's like this. When you're in the inner circle, there's certain frequencies that cannot exist because you're in that inner circle, because you're operating the way of Christ and you're using that frequency to heal. There's certain frequencies that cannot screw with you, okay? So it's a healing membership, and there's nothing like that in the world, okay? So this is created by the one, the source. It's like a container, a sacred container for you to enter into, where you invest energy in, and energy is, you're filled up, right? But you need to be able to do the inner work. You need to operate through Christ, meaning you need to do what we've been talking about, using your symptoms, using the external realm, recording that in your healing record, right? To be able to release those frequencies that are blocking you so you can tune into a higher truth, right? And every month I go live, I show up for you guys, and the knowledge that we get, and it's because you guys in that sacred container, you're doing the inner work, right? And that's why we get the knowledge that we get. It's so freaking powerful. It is so, so powerful. And I'm just so blessed that I get to share that with everyone. In closing, I'm just going to say, you're the one. You found this for a reason. And like Shane says, it's all within you. What is needed is healing to release the low frequencies that's blocking that knowledge, that wisdom from you. It's a frequency thing. You are this divine technology, and you tune into higher consciousness by releasing the frequencies that is blocking it. Okay. And that's what we do in the Inner Circle membership. I'm not even going to mention the attunement and the blueprint again, because it's not even available, right? But in time, it's like, oh, someone said, if Jesus, I can't remember, but it was basically like Jesus isn't saying anything to them, right? If Jesus was, oh, I can't remember what it was. The message is that the Christ will give you these divine lessons, these visions, these truths when you've earned it. Okay. And it's you, it's between you and God, right? And when I say you and God, you and your higher self. Okay. So you choose, and you choose what you do. But this is an option. And this is coming from the one, the divine source energy. This is coming from the Christ. This is actual word for word from the Christ. It's just coming through this Nadine vessel, right? So the Christ is here. You choose whether you connect or not. You choose whether you let that doubt, that fear, that ego rule, or whether you choose to align to the light and just give it a go. Use that childlike curiosity to join us on this journey in whichever way you feel guided, right? Choose how you invest your energy, whether you're showing up to the free streams, liking, saving, sharing, commenting, joining the Inner Circle, and in time when the attunement's available, where you get to uncover your divine blueprint, grow multidimensionally, and walk that path to embody Sophia and Christos and have your spiritual Christ rebirth. It's up to you, right? Totally up to you. This is here. It's an option. I know I'm sick of, I'm just ready for my soul family. I'm ready to find those beings to connect with. Tanya, Shane, Karen, Don, all you guys, right? We're finding one another. We need to show up for ourselves. We need to invest in ourselves, value ourselves, this is all about the self-love, self-worth, self-adoration, right? All these things. We need to fill ourselves up with this love energy, with this light energy. We need to shine. We need to access the truth and the wisdom to be able to do that. In order to power up, to empower ourselves, we need to go within. We need to first begin to create that relationship between our body. We need to go within and ask our body, what do you need? What do you want? Is this good for me? Is this, is this food good for me? Right? And all I can say is join our circle, join the free community, and those members that are a part of that free community will get access to the free course that I am very close to completing, and you'll get to see a certain angle in which I used. And this may not be right for everyone. Obviously, the sway test is freaking, guys, you need to get on that shit, right? But people say, well, how did you start? I started by detoxifying my body, creating a relationship with my body, going within, asking my body, is this good for me? Do I need this? Okay, I need this. How do I need it? Do I need it this way, that way? And my body would just freaking tell me, right? And I ended up healing so many physical ailments, okay? And you guys can do it too. And this is this beginning stages of using our body, fine tuning this divine. I'm just getting a divine technology and a compass. I'm seeing like a compass. You are the compass. Okay. You are the one. See, it's funny because I'm seeing a compass, right? But then a compass also draws the circles, and that's what we go through every single month as a monad, right? As this sine wave. So it's very, very beautiful. It's this really exciting journey that we all get to embark upon together. And I love you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. Um, and I'm just grateful for you guys showing up, and I love it. We're just here to support one another. And there is nothing better than that. We have been in the trenches all of our lives, not understanding why this stuff is happening to us. Having these experiences, these really meaningful experiences, but not understanding why they happened. But in your ascension, you will unlock all of that. The map of your life will I'm just getting the map of your life. You'll be able to understand why things happen, when they happen in your ascension, when you're growing multidimensionally. These are all very powerful timestamps in your ascension as you are growing multidimensionally. And it's just freaking beautiful.